Locho and Yama's decision whether or not to move to town would definitely be a very tough one, just because they're so used to their current living situation, their current lifestyle, and they've been doing the same thing every day for basically their entire lives. But I think they should move to town, and I think that's what I would do in their situation because I think the benefits of that decision would outweigh the costs. Some of the benefits would be that they want their daughter to be educated and potentially become a nun, like Yama mentioned, and moving to town would allow them to have better access to schools and things like that. The town lifestyle is also an easier lifestyle because the current lifestyle, being a nomad, is hard for Yama to handle because of her health reasons. And the doctor said that she shouldn't be working as hard as she does right now. She would also have better access to medical care in town just by being closer to doctors and things like that. Yama would have more time to care for her daughter and the future child that they mentioned at the end of the movie by living in town because she said she doesn't have a lot of time for that currently because she's constantly working and doing house chores. Some of the costs, however, are that Locho and Yama are uneducated and illiterate. So it would be hard for them to kind of live their daily lives in town because they don't speak Chinese and they don't understand Chinese. And like Locha mentioned, it's hard to find their way around, and differentiating between the men's and women's bathroom in town is something that he has trouble with. But at the end of the movie, there was mention that settlement in towns has increased by 90%. So I'm thinking they would likely be surrounded by other Tibetans. And so they wouldn't be alone in their decision to move to town. They wouldn't be the only Tibetans in town with all the other Chinese. Another cost of the decision is that selling livestock to move to town is risky because of the sole reliance on caterpillar fungus. And if that runs out, what would you do? And I think someone posed this question in the movie too. But I'm thinking there would be job opportunities in town and they'd be able to find other ways of making money. So I think overall, this decision would be very hard. But I think if I were Locho and Yama, I would definitely move to town to improve my life in general.